Well, it's June, actually July 7th. Time for us to think about traveling. And so today I wanted to talk a little bit about traveling with people with disabilities or children with disabilities. We just got back, Alex, my son with Down syndrome and anxiety and diabetes, and my 87-year-old mother just got back from a road trip from Denver to Indianapolis. We drove the whole way. It's about a 17-hour drive. And we've traveled a lot. Our family has traveled a lot over the years. And I just wanted to share some of the things, very valuable things that I've learned. Now, this is if you're traveling by car. If you're traveling by plane, things are a little bit different because you can't take as much as you could if you're traveling by car. So when we travel by car, I encourage you to take everything you need and to really think about what it is you need. So what is it in the person with the disability's life that makes their life easier or more like every day so they don't have as many changes? For Alex, we bring a tray for him to eat on because he likes to go out to eat, but when we're in the hotel, he doesn't like to go down for like those continental breakfasts because he just eats chicken nuggets. And I know a lot of you can relate to that. There's certain things that our children want to eat, and they don't want to eat just anything. So we bring a tray that he can use to eat on either the hotel bed or on the floor of the hotel room. We bring a water bottle sometimes that he's used to. We also bring, I make his juice every morning, a little thing of juice that has some herbs in it. And I mix that together. It has some herbs. That's where we also put his actual medicine in and give it to him. So we keep that routine going because that's really important for his digestion and just his mood and everything. So we bring all of those things that are needed for that. Of course, with diabetes, you have to bring all of your kit and your insulin. Make sure you have enough insulin. One really important thing that I have learned is I do not trust hotel refrigerators. We had insulin freeze in a hotel refrigerator once. And once insulin freezes, it is not as effective. And you do not want that to happen when you're traveling because insulin is very expensive. And usually you can't just get a new prescription. You have to wait until the right time. So what we do instead is we bring a cooler. And in the cooler we put ice, which you can get at the hotel, or we put ice packs. And that way the insulin won't freeze. That's very, very important. And no matter where you put it in the hotel refrigerator, it can freeze. It was definitely not in the freezer. When it froze, it was actually in the door, which I thought would be fine. And it's only happened once, but I sure don't want it to happen again. That was not good. So again, having a cooler with the things that they want. So in our cooler, we have, of course, the insulin. We have chicken nuggets because we can't live without chicken nuggets. We have a small bottle of ketchup because those little traveling ketchups are such a pain. You have to open each one and it makes a big mess. So we just bring our own bottle of ketchup everywhere we go when we're traveling. And I think that's about it. But for your child, it may be different, whatever it is that they really like. One of the things that can be challenging when you're in a hotel room is everyone sleeps in the same room. The family sleeps in the same room. And Alex is a very loud sleeper. If he's asleep, he has sleep apnea, so he snores and that kind of thing. And no, of course, he won't wear that thing anyway. But so we use a fan to help it be like a white noise. So I actually bring a fan from home, and it's about that tall, about that big around, and I just can set it anywhere. It worked really good. This is the first trip we've ever brought the fan, and that helped us sleep, my mother and I sleep, a great deal because it evened out the sound so that we were able to sleep. We couldn't really hear him. I have used earplugs before, and that also works, but earplugs, feel kind of weird if you're not used to them. You might have to use both, depending on how loud the people you're sleeping with are. But that fan was very helpful. I wanted to say something else about hotels. So we stayed in 4 different hotels, and they told us that they had handicap accessible bathtubs. Well, all of the bathtubs, every single one of them had a lip at least that tall, about 6 inches. And so they had a bathtub. Only one of the ones that was accessible had an actual chair, a seat that someone could sit in. So that's just something to be aware. If you really need a walk-in shower, make sure you ask the hotel, does this have a walk-in shower, or whatever it is that you need to have it be accessible, because one person's definition of accessible is not the same as somebody else's. So just make sure you're getting what you need. The other thing I wanted to talk about a little bit was visiting family. One of the things we've learned with Alex, because of his anxiety and things like that, staying at family members' homes overnight, sleeping there is not a good thing for us, except his twin sister, Katie, because he knows her so well and she knows him, and she is used to his idiosyncrasies. But staying at other people's houses, we have done it in the past when he was younger. At this point, when he's 26 years old, it doesn't work anymore. It's just not worth it. I'd rather wait until I have the money to spend the money and be able to stay in a hotel. Also, to be patient with family members and to be patient with the person with the disability. So I just wanted to talk about visiting family. And for people with disabilities, most of them, they don't always act like everybody else. They have things that are different to them. Like, for instance, my son can take a very long time to go into a house that he doesn't know, with people he doesn't know. It took him like an hour and a half to go into my aunt and uncle's house, because he just has a lot of apprehension about that and anxiety. So just be patient. Make sure that they're safe. They're not in a car with the windows rolled up, or that it's not too hot. If it is hot, put the car under the shade, and make sure that they have water and what they need. And don't try to force them into going inside. It can be more effective to have the people, if they're able, come out and talk to him. I did that at my cousin's house. She came out and talked to him. Alex did finally go in to my aunt and uncle's, but it was hard for him. It wasn't easy, because he's only been there like twice in his life. He did go into my brother and sister-in-law's house. Their grandkids were over, and so that was very helpful. And they were very good with him, very good with him. They, played with him, and they're just very wonderful, kind children. They really are. And they try to include him. He's not always good at being included because of his anxiety and things like that. He doesn't always take the opportunity to be included. So I'm just reminding you to be a little patient and to give the person, both the people with the disability, a little extra time and patience and consideration, and the family members that you're visiting, trying to help them kind of see how to interact with your child, giving them some space for what feels comfortable to them too. And the other thing is not to feel the need to over schedule your time. We spend a great deal of our time just sitting in the hotel room. We go swimming at the hotel. We love to do that. We just go swim and then come back to the room and hang out. I always make sure that I have something to do. I bring a book to read. I've done a lot of reading, a lot of writing in hotel rooms. And just being patient and not trying to push things and try to get everything done. You're not going to see everything. We have, as a matter of fact, Alex, at this age, we really don't see anything. We don't go to the zoo or shopping, or we do go out to eat a few times where we sit down in the restaurant and eat. Otherwise, we bring the food back and eat in the hotel room or somebody else's house. So really be thinking about what makes that person comfortable and what's going to be a good trip for everyone, and not try to push people too far, and try to remember to bring the things that are helpful to you, even if it's weird things like a fan, but just to do your best and to be patient with yourself, and to have as good of a trip as you can and enjoy time together with everyone, with family, friends, whoever. Thank you, and have safe, wonderful travels. Thanks for watching.